This is Hot Mike. Hot Mike. On the networks of WDAY. Here's Dom Izzo.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Hour 2 on this Wednesday morning. Ready to rock and roll? Tomorrow, Sean Costas will join us, UND special teams coordinator, get us rep for the Bison and the Fighting Hawks. Special teams was a huge factor in UND's win last year over North Dakota State. That'll be coming up tomorrow on the show. Now, the big basketball news of the week centered on a guy that was playing here, no longer playing here, as West Fargo Cheyenne's Tommy Ahneman announced in June that he was going to transfer to Cretin-Durham Hall to spend his final year of high school basketball in the Twin Cities. Get a little more eyeballs on him. Clearly that happened with the summer with AAU basketball and the amount of big-time offers that came in. Everything from Penn State, Nebraska, Wisconsin, and eventually Notre Dame also got into the mix. I visited with Tommy last night after he announced his commitment to Notre Dame on Monday on a variety of subjects. You're even going to hear about his decision to leave Cheyenne and to go play at Cretin-Durham Hall, because he was on our show in middle of June, right around the time everything blew up. And you're going to hear some pretty eye-opening stuff there about what he went through. I thought it was really interesting what he said, and also about why Notre Dame was the place for him. So it was our conversation with last year's state tournament MVP, Tommy Ahneman, on going to Notre Dame.
There's a lot there. But main thing for me was the fit. I feel like I fit very well with how they play. They're very ball screen and low post heavy, which is where I very, very comfortable and very I succeed there a lot of the time. And then they also have the freedom for me to be able to step out and shoot a couple of threes, which is what I need to be able to work on, build to continue to get better. And then if you at the practice, you would have seen how their guards share the ball. I mean, like, they literally do drills where their coach will stand there and they will force them to make a read. So it's like second nature habit for them to dump in a ball screen, throw it high, skip it to the corner. So it just, I don't know, it just all felt like perfect.
What were your expectations going in? Like, is like this maybe where I want to go? Like, when you went on your like, were you thinking about it, or like were you just blown away and like, this is it?
It was like, to be honest, it was kind of like, I don't know, like, just because like you always hear how great Notre Dame is and the history campus, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, because everyone says it's going to be amazing. And then I walked on campus, I saw the gold down, saw touchdown deep Jesus, and I was just kind of like, whoa. It's really what everyone says it is. It's beautiful. You can't drive through campus, so it's literally just people, which I really liked. So that was really cool. It felt like it was like its own little town, and it just, everyone breathes and bleeds Notre Dame. So it's just really cool experience seeing all that. And then I was just kind of like, I saw it, and I was just kind of like, yeah, this is where I want to be.
So did you leave and then commit, or did you commit on the spot?
I knew I was gonna commit when I heard the "Here Come the Irish" and the whole football stadium erupted. And then I actually committed halfway through the third quarter. I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm doing it, because they only had I think they have one scholarship offer like left, and I was just kind of like, I need to take it. So that's how I did it. Third quarter of the football game, right after they the football went over the snapper's head, and I was like, yep, let's do it. Here we go.
What was was that in person? Did you text, or how did that work?
No, in person. Yeah. I walked over. My mom and dad were sitting there. They've actually pulled me out because they had just found out that they only had 2 or 1 scholarships left. Like, if you want to do it, we're going to support you. And I was like, okay. Walked over there, and that's how we did it.
What was that exchange like?
They had no idea, so it was kind of cool. I just kind of walked over there, and they were like, "It's okay." So I said, "So my parents filled me in, and no brainer. I'm gonna commit to you guys. I want to be an Irish. I want to be a Fighting Irish." And it was just all good from there. Parents went to Shoes' house, had a good time, and I went off with players and went around campus after the football game.
What is Coach Shrewsbury like? What did you get a chance to get to know him, and what
Oh
kind
yeah,
of basketball coach do you like?
he is a genius.
Yeah.
Like the players talked about how like every time they're in practice they learn something, which is super cool to me. And then I actually learned a lot sitting in practice, like not even being a part of practice. I just learned a lot, and he uh, builds out practice so that way they work on specific things, and it's like 8 minutes, and they do it, and it's super physical, super hard conditioning. They're always running, and just he runs it. He runs practice like how he did with the Celtics in the NBA,
Mm.
which is something I feel like that's a skill that you just need.
Was
So
that
it was
something? Was that appealing? And he had worked in the NBA. Was that something that stood out?
yeah, because then he's gonna if I possibly get to that level, then he's gonna be able to coach me
Yeah.
to that level. And then if I get to that level, practice isn't gonna feel any different because it's gonna be like how it was in college.
I don't know if you stopped and thought like how much life has changed in the last like 6 months, like just 6 7 months since you guys won the state title to where things are at now.
No, honestly, no. I just kind of keep going with it, and just because it's all just exciting stuff. It's stressful, but it's a good stress. Like being able to know that you're wanted by 18, 20 schools. It's really just a good time. And then it's summer. I don't have to go to school, so I'm just having fun with my friends. Enjoying. I enjoyed my last month with my friends back in Fargo. Hopefully, I can get back there sometime soon before the season starts. But no, I just haven't even. I just keep going with it. I don't really feel a reason to stop and look back on the past. Might as well just keep going.
To see where your how much things have changed just even the last couple years. Do you just kind of shake your head like, holy cow, like this is all blown up in a short amount of time?
Yeah, well, I didn't admit it back then, but I'll admit it now. Sophomore year, I wasn't the greatest basketball player you probably had ever seen. So, I didn't couldn't jump very high, couldn't run very fast. I had a good left hand, but that was about it. Um, so just seeing how from AAU 16U to AAU 17U, and even the high school season, seeing how like stronger, how much more mobile I am. I'm smarter in the game of basketball. I feel like I just kind of know I can react to certain situations. So just, I mean, even I went back and watched my old high school highlights in class, and I was just kind of like, I can't believe I even sent those to a college coach my sophomore year because it was just not not what it is now.
Uh,
So it is really cool to see the hard work
how
pay
much do you think what happened in Bismarck put you even more on the map? Those 3 days that changed your basketball future.
Well, when I got dunked on by Jeremiah, I sure got put out there a lot. But I would say definitely it helps winning state. Gatorade Player of the Year came with that and stuff.
Um,
But even like the semifinal game against Davies, 28 points, 17 rebounds, just like beat my buddy Mason, just kind of all that stuff. I feel like that kind of put me out there. And then so it was really cool those 3 days. I even I got close with a lot of my teammates too, which was probably the best part. Uh, so that was yeah, definitely those 3 days did do a lot for me.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you since you made the decision. You're going to go play at Cretan. How did you get the reaction from that? Did you feel like the? I guess the social media on that did that bug you at all, or just hey, you know what? This is mom and dad are moving. I'm gonna. This is a family decision. It's not just all about basketball.
No, yeah. Well, a lot of people didn't like it, and I kind of knew that was gonna come with it. Most kids don't leave their high school after winning a state championship, but dad got the new job down here. I probably could have stayed in Fargo. I probably could have found some situation, but I don't want to leave my family a year before I'm already have to, and now I'm going to be 9 hours away from them in South Bend. And then grandfather just passed away. Uh, Felt like I needed to be with my family during that time. I didn't want to stay. I didn't want to be anywhere but with them. So obviously I kind of knew people weren't going to like it, and then it got leaked, and then I had to basically lie for 24 hours. I had to lie on the Hot Mic podcast and say, "Oh no," but So obviously it wasn't the greatest scenario how it all went down. But I got to tell the people that I needed to tell. Told my teammates, told my head coach. I know he wasn't very happy about it, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But it was. I felt like a win as best as it could have been with the situation, just with it getting leaked. But obviously, nothing. No one ever really There's always going to be the double side of it. Some
Yeah.
people are going to be like, "Oh yeah, go for it, do what you can," and then some people are just going to hate it. But that's how it is. So
How have you felt you've gelled with your new teammates?
great. Me, Jojo, and Ty, we work out almost every day with each other. They're both great basketball players. We got a great team. They both showed me around school when I got there. I've met a lot of new people. Have built a good relationship with Coach Klein, Coach Eric, who's my AAU coach. I already had a good relationship with him, so I feel like I was already kind of fitting in there before I even got there. So it's been really good though the past couple
What are you
months.
most excited or maybe the biggest challenge of playing high level Minnesota State basketball?
I'm just excited about it. I haven't really deep dived into it because I really don't feel like it's going to be much of a difference from North Dakota to Fargo. It's just going to be faster. But I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to play. Um, I'm actually counting down the days until December 3rd in our first game because I just don't know what to do with myself until that happens. Not playing football this year too.
I was gonna say you're not playing football. That's got to be
Yeah, I
in
know.
its own right,
That's
right?
that was usually the thing that got the time
Yeah.
rolling was the football put it through. But no, I can already see changes in my body. I'm getting a lot stronger, slimmed down a little bit too. So I just can't wait. I really can't wait.
You mentioned Mason. You guys are both going to be heading out of state. Tell me about that. How that's changed North Dakota basketball. That you're getting looked at by higher level schools now. That the development of guys in North Dakota now is elevated. Where you're going to the ACC. Mason's going to the Missouri Valley. That's pretty top notch stuff.
Yeah, I think it just opens up. I hope that it opens up more opportunity for the kids that are underneath us, the classes below us, because I mean, if you just go and watch them play, they just need a chance. Like you go look at them, give them a chance, they're gonna impress you. They're for whatever reason we can all shoot. I don't know what's up with that, and they're all gonna play super great defense. They're gonna play hard. They're all strong. They just need a chance. Like I even probably shouldn't have, but I responded to that one dude that was knocking on North Dakota. But just give us a chance. I'm serious. We live in a town of 100,000 people. Just give us a chance. That's all you got to do. Is give us a chance. And you've seen that with me and Mason. Just give us a chance, and we'll prove you guys wrong.
Have you let it go through your mind about playing at Duke, playing at North Carolina? As
That
that,
was also a big part of it. Is
yeah.
Duke's been I've been rooting for Duke since I was started watching
Yeah.
college basketball. So that's going to be awesome playing Cameron Indoor and at Chapel Hill. Um, I have a good feeling that we're going to bring in a good class at Notre Dame, and I think we can. I think we could beat the Blue Devils and give them a little run for their money. So I'm super excited for that. I'm already thinking of that, and that's just going to be out of this world experience being in Cameron Indoor.
So just that level, I mean, that's the highest you can get in college basketball. How much of a you mentioned it was that a big factor? Say, hey, play Syracuse, play North Carolina, Miami, Florida State. That's going to be a regular thing for you.
No, yeah, that was a part of it. I would say definitely like when you think about it, like you're playing against the best basketball that you can possibly think of. I mean, the ACC sends so many dudes to NBA every
Yeah.
year. But at the end of the day, it really came more down to the fit because if I don't fit, I'm not going to play, and I want to play against those guys. So obviously, a big factor after the fact when I had kind of said to myself that I fit here and I can play here. So that was obviously a big part of it too, just because I mean you play against the dream schools. Like every kid's a dream school is either Duke or North Carolina. So obviously, it's a factor in all of it.
Are you glad it's over?
Yes, I can focus on high school again. I can say I'm a little behind in school right now after missing 3 weekends in a row, Thursday, Friday. But we're already getting back to it. It's gonna be nice having my weeks back to me. Not waking up at 5 a.m. to hop on a flight Sunday morning, but obviously, no, this is it's a great experience. If you have the opportunity to go through experience like that, just do it. You're obviously you're gonna want it to be over because then you have a home and you know where you're gonna be next year. But um, No, but yeah, I am kind of glad it's over because now it's just back to being a high schooler.
Did it get overwhelming, Tommy? That it's like, holy cow! Like it's you mentioned it, the direct messages, the texts, emails. Did it ever like, okay, this, it just, I need a minute.
No, I wouldn't say so because I mean, shoot, sophomore year I had no Division One offers, and I didn't get one until my junior year. So I was just kind of like, I was calling Eric every day and being like, dude, what am I not doing that's like keeping me here, not here?
Mhm.
So just honestly, no, because it's good and it's good stress because it just means you're wanted. Um, but I wouldn't say I was overly like, oh my gosh, they're calling me, they're texting me, because it just means that you're doing what you need to be doing. So I wouldn't say I was ever like, oh my gosh, no, stop, because I just wanted to keep building it.
My last question was there either and was there a message or a team that you're like, holy cow, this is real? Like, okay, they think I can play high level Division 1 basketball. Was there a moment that just that okay, it clicked for you? Like this, somebody thinks I can do this.
Penn State, first Penn State phone call when they offered me a scholarship. That's when I just knew like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
It has a possibility of happening. It can happen. So that's just when it kind of happened was when Penn State called my phone.
This was awesome, man. Thanks so much for.
And there's our conversation I had with Tommy Ahneman last night on his decision to commit verbally to the University of Notre Dame, play basketball in the ACC. And I thought the comment he made about the decision to transfer, which obviously was pretty headline news this summer, knew he was going to take some flack for it and understood that comes with the territory of it. And I appreciate his frankness and openness on that, whether you agree with it or not. The decision was there. And as I mentioned when we talked about it this summer, I know we got to go to break and wrap things up here, but there was a couple layers to this. Obviously, with his dad, Ben, got a new job. His grandpa had just passed away, so there were compelling factors there as well. And he said he wanted to be with his family. And if you want to begrudge the kid on that, that's fine. And there was a basketball decision in that as well. It wasn't all of that, but it should be noted on it. And it's just a decision of the times on that. You can agree or not, but I appreciate his openness and frankness on that subject. We'll break. We come back. We'll wrap things up. We got the Bison Media Zone in about 15 minutes. We'll dive into the matchup coming up on Saturday. We'll wrap up Hot Mike right after this.